Hush now. Dear listener, for some truths prefer the dark. A woman lies dead. A man sits in chains. A town sleeps believing justice is done. But in the silence between heartbeats, a question breathes. What if they chose the wrong man? In Witchbourne Hollow, guilt was declared, innocence was buried, and the real murderer vanished into shadow. This is the story of a crime solved incorrectly. In the candlelit countryside of Witchbourne Hollow lived Mr. Alistair Crow, a gentleman of measured speech and generous heart. He served as town apothecary, mending bones, brewing tinctures, easing suffering. Children waved as he passed. Mothers trusted him with their infants. The church praised his charity. His home stood upon a gentle hill, ivy embracing stone, windows glowing warmly each evening. No soul imagined that within one night his name would be dragged through mud, blood, and whispered fear. On a bitter winter morning, Miss Beatrice Hale, a young schoolmistress, was found lifeless in her cottage. The hearth had burned low. Her body lay upon the rug. A single bruise marked her pale throat. No weapon, no struggle, no sign of forced entry. Yet upon her table rested a torn scrap of parchment bearing one word, written in trembling ink, AC. By midday, constables climbed the hill to Crow's residence. He greeted them courteously, offering tea despite their grim purpose. When shown the parchment, his brow creased, yet he did not falter. My initials, he admitted softly. But I know nothing of this note. His calm unsettled the officers more than panic would have. For innocence spoken too gently often sounds like practiced performance. News spread through Witchbourne Hollow with ruthless speed. Market stalls hushed, church pews filled with murmurs. How could the kindly apothecary be linked to the dead schoolmistress? Yet coincidence feeds suspicion, and suspicion feeds hunger. By dusk, every hearth burned with gossip. Every door bolted tighter, and every tongue whispered the same question. Guilty? That evening, further evidence surfaced. A ribbon, blue silk, discovered in Miss Hale's hand. Witnesses swore Crow's satchel bore a similar ribbon tied to its handle. When confronted, he explained it had belonged to a patient's gift. But doubt had already planted its roots. In small towns, doubt grows faster than truth. A warrant was issued. Crow was escorted through the cobbled square under watchful eyes. Faces once friendly now stared with suspicion. He walked tall, though his hands trembled within his coat. I have harmed no soul, he murmured. Yet no one listened. Justice had already chosen its direction. The trial commenced beneath a packed gallery. The judge presided sternly, powdered wig pristine, eyes sharp as razors. The prosecutor laid forth evidence, the parchment, the ribbon, the opportunity, the lack of alibi. Each piece fit neatly into a tale of secret romance turned murderous. The gallery gasped. Crow sat silent, knuckles white. When permitted to speak, he declared gently, I knew Miss Hale. I provided her medicines for winter coughs, nothing more. His voice wavered only slightly. Some believed him, many did not. For scandal delights the human ear far more than truth. Then came the witness, a stable boy, who claimed to see Crow leaving Miss Hale's cottage near midnight. The boy's testimony struck the room like thunder. Crow shook his head, eyes wide. You are mistaken, he said. Yet the boy did not falter, and a single witness can tilt the scales of fate. The jury withdrew. Hours passed. Candles shortened. Whispers thickened. When they returned, their verdict was not certain. 7 voted guilty. 5 voted not guilty. No consensus. Crow was remanded to custody until further evidence could be found. Thus he lived suspended between freedom and doom. In the jail cell, he slept little. Each night he dreamed of Miss Hale's face staring at him from darkness, whispering, "Why?" Each morning he awoke trembling, uncertain whether dreams were memories or punishments of the mind. Days passed. No new evidence came. Snow melted, trails vanished, but fate had one final cruelty to deliver. A letter arrived at the constable's office, unsigned, stating, "The wrong man sits in chains." The letter sparked renewed search. Homes were inspected. Questioning resumed, yet no new suspect emerged. Whoever wrote the note left no trace. The town grew restless. Some demanded Crow's immediate execution. Others prayed for caution. Fear and justice wrestled in equal measure. A second trial was ordered. This time the prosecutor pressed harder. He painted Crow as a man rejected by the schoolmistress, driven by obsession. Gasps echoed again. Crow's composure cracked. "I loved no woman but my work," he pleaded. Yet hearts rarely trust reason. The jury returned swiftly. Guilty. The judge pronounced sentence. Life imprisonment. A murmur swept the hall. Crow did not protest. He simply whispered, "God knows my truth." He was sent to Blackstone Prison, where stones swallowed sunlight and hope alike. Yet inside, Crow continued to heal fellow inmates, binding wounds, sharing bread, offering gentle words. Even criminals found comfort in his presence. "A murderer," they whispered, "who still healed." Years passed. No appeal succeeded. No confession surfaced. Yet strange rumors emerged. Another letter arrived in Witchbourne Hollow, again unsigned, reading, "I watch, I wait, I will never speak." The constable reopened files, questioned old witnesses, re-examined the parchment. Nothing new. The town, weary of shadows, returned to routine. Shops reopened, children grew. Only the Hale cottage remained abandoned, windows blind, door sealed. In prison, Crow aged, his hair silvered, his back bent, yet he never ceased declaring innocence. "I have no memory of harming her," he wrote yearly to the court. His letters went unanswered. One stormy night, a prisoner confessed on his deathbed. "I saw a figure leaving Hale's cottage," he whispered. "Not Crow, a man in a dark coat." I kept silent. But the man died before naming more. The truth slipped away again. The constable searched records. No matching name, no visitor logs, no trace. A murderer without identity, a crime without closure. Crow received news of the confession months later. He wept quietly, not from joy, but sorrow that justice remained blind even in revelation. Soon after, Crow fell ill. Fever consumed him. On his final night, he requested ink and paper. He wrote, "I die accused, yet I forgive the world that judged me." At dawn, his heart ceased. He was buried in a nameless grave beyond prison walls. No bells rang, no priest prayed. Only wind passed over forgotten soil. Years later, renovations began at the old Hale cottage. Beneath a floorboard, builders discovered a hidden satchel containing a dark coat and a silver ring engraved B.H. No explanation, no owner found. Authorities reopened the case. Yet time had devoured witnesses. Records rotted. No living soul could answer questions. The evidence, though damning, pointed to no name. The satchel was locked away in archives. The case marked murderer unknown, wrongful conviction probable. Witchbourne Hollow carried on, but some claim that on winter nights, a lantern glows upon the hill where Crow's house once stood. A figure writing, erasing, writing again. And thus the tale ends, not with justice, nor confession, nor certainty, but with a question that refuses to die. In the hearts of those who remember, in the whispers of the wind, in the silence of unanswered truth. Guilty?